Hi children, good morning. Welcome to channel. So we started our discussion from the chapter Nationalism in India. So from the chapter, in the previous session of our discussion, we were discussing about Khilafat movement, and finally we discussed why non-cooperation. So Mahatma Gandhi declared that British rule in India, it is made possible to establish only with the due cooperation and support of Indians. Because of this reason, they are survived. If Indians refuse to cooperate with the British rule, then British would collapse within a year and Swaraj would attain. Thinking this, non-cooperation, it begin with the surrender of titles that the government awarded to the various people, and various other people even they came forward for boycotting civil services, army, police, court and legislative councils, schools, and even people refused to use foreign goods. Then in the case of government use depression, if full civil disobedience campaign it would be launched. So this is what the plan and proposal of non-cooperation movement launched by Mahatma Gandhi. So non-cooperation movement, it made different aspiration, different views for different people, for different reason, different group of people from different society. They started to take their participation in non-cooperation movement. So in today's session, let us discuss differing strands within the movement. Non-cooperation Khilafat movement began in the month of January 1921. Various social groups from different parts of India, they took their participation in the movement. Each group of people with their own specific aspiration, desire, views, they took part. All of them responded to call collectively for getting or for attaining Swaraj. But the term Swaraj, it was meant for different thing to different group of people. First one, the movement in the towns. The movement in the towns, it mainly started with middle class people participated in the cities and towns. In this particular non-cooperation movement, thousands of students left government controlled school and colleges. Headmasters and teachers resigned their work. Lawyers gave up their legal practices. The effects of non-cooperation on the economic front were more dramatic because foreign goods were boycotted, liquor shops were picketed, and foreign cloth burnt in huge bonfire. The import of foreign cloths halved between 1921 to 1922. Its value got dropped or decreased from rupees 102 crore to 57 crore. In many places, merchants and traders refused to trade in foreign goods or finance to foreign trading companies. But non-cooperation movement in the cities gradually slowed because of various variety of reasons. Number one, khadi cloth was very often and more expensive than mass produced cloth, and poor people could not afford to buy khadi. Boycott of British institutions posed a problem. For the movement to be successful, alternative Indian institution had to be set up so that they could be used in place of British ones. These were slow to come up. Students and teachers began trickling back to government schools, and lawyers joined back to work in government courts. So rebellion in countryside. Countryside means rural areas. So about this and about the rebellion made by tribals, we will discuss in tomorrow's session. Let me stop today's session and let us meet in tomorrow's session. Until then, take care of yourself. Stay at home. Stay safe. Thank you. Thank you, one and all.